So the king of moaning himself is up to his old tricks again. Why am I not surprised? In a match today between Rob Cross and Merv King, Merv King was actually 5-0 up on Rob Cross before he even got a leg. It looked like he was going to absolutely smash him, which admittedly he sort of did in the end. But standard Merv King, how he always is, there's always got to be some whinging, moaning or some sort of controversy. And the Masters again didn't disappoint with Merv King, did it? Standard, standard, standard. My name is Ross and welcome to Clash of the Tungsten. If you've been here before, what are you saying? If this is your first time on the channel, alright. If you do enjoy the video content that you do see today, then please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss another darts related video. I'm in a bit of a mood anyway today because I'm supposed to be at the Masters. Every year I go with my dad. We usually do the Sunday and we stay for both the afternoon, evening sessions, get absolutely bladdered, and we have the Monday off work. We stay in a hotel that costs about 25 quid and we have a great time. But obviously with the coronavirus and the crowd not being able to, you know, be at darts events, I've not been able to do it this year. Oh, is there ever a game where the king of head shaking himself doesn't kick off in some way? So I don't have anything specifically against Merv King. The way that Merv's playing at the moment, I could really see him potentially winning this tournament, especially with the run that he's had in more recent tournaments. As a player, I think he's a great player. I think he's fantastic. He's been playing over 30 years. He's played from the BDO up to the PDC, and I genuinely think he is a great dart player, but I think his attitude is just awful. Like, as a person, he's probably a lovely bloke. I've heard that he does quite a lot of charity work. I know that he enjoys riding his motorbikes, and he's probably a decent lad, but it's just his attitude towards others that play darts. I get that it's competitive, and I know that you've got to win to earn your money, but he just takes it a step too far, and it actually infuriates me. I say it infuriates me, but in a way, with there being no crowd being allowed, you know, at darts events at the moment, I suppose it does give a little bit more entertainment with darts. Personally, at the moment, I'm feeling that darts is a bit flat without the crowd. I just don't understand Merv's problem at the moment. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether he's got some issues. I just don't know, and I think his attitude sort of needs to change because he's such a good player. Like, he's just switched on. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's just had a really good 2020 and had time to sort of, you know, focus on himself and his dart playing ability. I just think he needs to work on his attitude. In today's match, in the last 16 of the Masters, he played Rob Cross and he made it look pretty embarrassing for Rob as he was completely smashing him. He won 5 legs on the bounce and it looked like it was going to be a whitewash, and then Rob Cross come back to win 1 leg to make it 5-1. It took another 3 legs after that for Rob Cross to get his second leg on the board. And then this is where it all started to go a little bit wrong. So Rob Cross left 44 to win a leg. Merv left himself tops. And Merv missed a 20, the 10 and a double 5. Rob Cross hit a 12, a 16 and a double 16 to win the leg. But during this checkout, he went to hit double 16 and he missed it. And what it done, the dart laid in the board where it completely blocked the double bed. So if you were to move along the oche any side, then you basically had no chance of hitting it, just at the pure angle that the dart was standing. So Rob done what most dart players do in that situation and move off the oche and across. On TV, I know it's really difficult to distinguish, you know, whether a player has gone forward of the oche, but how sort of Rob Cross shifted across, how Rob Cross moved along the oche, it seemed pretty innocent to me that he'd just sort of moved along and throw where he thought, you know, the oche was. To be fair, Rob Cross hit the double and it went straight in. Like, it was a pretty good shot, I'm not gonna lie. And of course, as Rob Cross took his darts out the board, you could see the old head shaking from Merv. You wouldn't expect any different, would you? Let's face it. There was a bit of a little argument, not an argument as such, but a bit of a chat and a few words said, and the be all and end all was that Merv seemed to think that Rob Cross had overstepped the oche line. Personally, I get that if you're moving forward, you get a little bit of advantage. Thinking of it mentally, you know, you're playing live on TV in front of millions of people. Would you seriously try and intentionally cheat and move forward to gain yourself, what, an inch? I mean, if you've ever played darts and you've stood at the oche and you've ever sort of moved forward in front of the oche, you're not at the right oche place, you know that if you throw your dart, it's going to be completely different to how you stand at an oche normally. And in a way, I don't really see that there is much of an advantage that Rob could have gained by hitting that double 16 like that. Benefit of the doubt, in my opinion. I definitely don't think he done it intentionally. I don't think there was even a problem. I think Merv, you know, he's got a massive history of all this controversy, and you know what he's like. And I don't know if he was just doing it to stare and to just moan, because that's all we see of Merv, isn't it? You know, we've had it in the Players' Championships, we've had it with James Wade. There's been loads and loads of times where he always throws his dummies out the pram, and he's a 50-year-old man, for God's sake. Just give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, if this happened to me at the pub, I would have just probably had a quiet word, said, I think you're a bit forward there, mate, but don't worry about it. You know, I get that there's money at stake, but he was already trashing him anyway. You know, if you have that much confidence in yourself that you're going to smash someone, and surely by him, you know, unintentionally trying to gain a little bit of an advantage by stepping slightly closer to the board, realistically, is it actually going to make any difference? That's just my opinion. I know, like I say, it's really hard to see from the telly and can't judge for yourself, but the ref didn't bring it up. None of the scorers brought it up. It was just Merv. Merv being Merv. But let me know what you think in the comments, guys, whether you think Rob would intentionally done it, you know, to gain some sort of advantage. Personally, again, I don't think that he done it intentionally. If he did, then more so for him, he still lost. So really didn't gain much of an advantage, did it? Fair play to Merv. He played well, and I really hope that he does have a really good rest of the tournament, and I do think he could potentially win the whole thing. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.